Yes, guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Whenever you're watching this, big up to everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry about that. I had to play two intros there because I just got called away for a second. But yeah, welcome to Midnight Madness, guys. Episode 2, I believe it is now. Yeah, so hope everyone's doing well. Guys, before we start, you know what we're going to do? Go and smash the like, subscribe, shares, all that good stuff. I would appreciate it. And of course, I got my man K-Mac with me. K-Mac, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Football's back soon, mate. Hope you're well. Hope the chat's well.
Yeah, football is back. Yeah. Oh, can't wait.
Crap internationals are over.
Yeah,
Saying
these
that though, the
two.
Spain game was pretty good. Like, to be fair.
Yeah,
Spain, Brazil.
yeah. If you don't watch England games, they're not bad. It's just
Yeah.
international, man. They kill me. They absolutely kill me. But you're doing good, yeah.
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Good man. Good man. Good man.
Loving the retro kit there, mate.
Yeah, I like Cramping.
Yeah, I remember seeing Kenny in that.
Yes, I think this is the 77 kit. Yeah.
Oh, year I was born.
There you go. Representing. But guys, yeah, we've got quite a bit to talk about today. We're going to talk a lot about Liverpool, obviously, and you know we've got the running now, as they call it, from this weekend all the way now till the end of the season. We've got the it's game after game after game after game. It's the most exciting time to be a Liverpool fan right now as well. But before we start, big up to everyone in chat. Luke, Michael, Romeo Kenobi in the chat. Scottish Bear. He said, I just subscribed to K-Mac. Big up to you, my man.
Big up Scottish Bear.
As well. Michael, Psychedelic, putting the links in the channel. Connor the Red in the house. Big up to everyone as well. Big up to everyone who's just become members as well. Guys, don't forget the link to the shop is pinned in there, guys. So yeah, if you fancy having a look around, the link is there. So Liverpool, Brighton this weekend, Arsenal, Man City. We come straight back into the thick of it with a massive Sunday. But before we get there, obviously, just get to the bit of the rumours at the moment. So injury rumours are that apparently Joel Matip's running today. So that's Klopp said Joel Matip's been running today.
Where?
Running for his life. Yeah, apparently it's individual training outside. So yeah, let's call for Joel Matip. We're going to talk about Matip in a bit because there's some comments made by Matip that we're going to chat about. Jota and Trent are penciled in to potentially be in the Man United squad in 2 weeks' time, which is massive. And brilliant. I believe Alisson's back in 2.5, 3 weeks' time as well. So I don't know how much any injury rumours you've heard came out, but they're the ones I'm hearing at the moment. I don't know if you've heard them same ones.
Obviously, Robbo. And
Robbo being injured.
And there are rumours that Nunes might have aggregated an injury, but I don't know how confirmed that is.
No.
But definitely Robbo, ankle and not hamstring.
Yeah, so Robbo had a scan today, I believe, and they're hoping it's a minor thing.
Everyone thought it was hamstring and was saying like season over, but honestly, our fans calm down.
Yeah, everyone gets a bit.
Like I'll do that. Calm down.
And he's a scouser, so you can do it.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, look, the fan base obviously with his injury news is not great, but people coming back from injuries, fantastic. You know, if we got possibly Trent and Jota back in the squad for Man United, that's huge. That's probably our hardest away game left this season. That'd be massive for the football club. Alisson back in a couple of weeks as well is great. I don't know about you, K-Mac, but I don't want to rush Alisson back too quickly. I don't want to rush any of them back, but Alisson's the one. I look at Alisson and thinking, you know, yeah, we need Alisson in goal for the running. Of course we do. He's a world-class goalkeeper, but it's not like Kelleher's crap, is it? So it's...
You know who I don't want to rush back? I don't want to rush Trent back.
Yeah, Trent. By the look of it, Trent got rushed back last time, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that's why he's out now. But yeah, Trent needs to be. Trent's creativity for the last 7 games of the season. Yeah, that's just
make a real
that's
difference.
different, man. That's different. Trent can make a massive difference to our team. Colin says we want Endo merch. Yeah, don't worry about Matt. All that stuff will come. Got
some cool Salah merch though. Check it out.
Yeah, the Salah merch is decent,
cool
man. Salah merch is decent, man.
Yeah, man.
What was I going to say? So Matip. So comments from Matip today saying he's not ruled out staying at Liverpool. There's not a lot of clubs in for him at the moment as well, which might be, I believe Eintracht Frankfurt, the only team that's put in a viable contract offer for Joel Matip. So, but Matip wants to stay, and there's a lot of rumours that Liverpool are looking at midfielders, wingers, and fullbacks in the summer. Is there a possibility that Liverpool keep Joel Matip?
I think so, because we've basically gained a player in Quansah.
Yeah,
because that's not even a signing. Like, so, I mean, if Matip can be the fourth choice centre back, then I ain't got an issue with that. Matip is like, I honestly, like, Matip does not get the credit he deserves. Like, he has been absolutely unbelievable, start to finish. Like, he's had a couple of bozo moments, but haven't they all? But he's just been absolutely sensational. And, the fact that he's been that good means that we haven't had to spend big on other defenders. And if he wants to stick around for another year, I ain't got an issue with it because we've got Quansah now. Quansah's ahead of him, if you ask me. Like, Quansah's our third choice centre back now. Like someone posted on X. Like, people need to understand that Quansah walks into 90% of the Premier League teams now. He's just that good. Like, he could sign for any team in the Premier League. Maybe not Man City, maybe not Arsenal, but pretty much every other team would take Quansah. They just would. He's absolutely sensational. Like, it's as simple as that now. For me, he's a third choice.
What would you do? What would you do with Joel Matip? Like what would Joel Matip, if he wants to stay at Liverpool? Obviously, Liverpool, if they were to offer Joel Matip a new deal, they'd have to do it. I don't know. You got Quansah there, who's a squad player now. There's no doubt about it. Pushing for starts. Virgil, I think, will get a new deal.
Yeah.
You got Joe Gomez still at the club, who's only 26 himself, or 27 himself. It's mad how young he is. And obviously you got Konate at the club. So with Matip knowing that you got a Gomez there, you got Quansah who's come through and pretty much taking his spot. You got Konate who's probably first choice alongside Virgil. Well, Matip know he has to take sort of like a play as you play, sort of like a pay as you play contract, or
maybe
rolling year contracts or things like that, knowing that he's probably not going to be first choice going forward. But if he wants to stay at the club, I can't. If Matip wants to stay at the football club, is it more beneficial for Liverpool right now to keep someone like Joel Matip for another 12 months, and then that's another 12 months of experience of Quansah, who's not quite ready to just go straight in there straight away yet as third choice, but he gets to learn under people like Matip and Konate and Salah, and Van Dijk. So where Liverpool are looking, Liverpool probably go buy a new left back for me in the summer. I don't think Tsimikas is probably his last year. Robbo, who knows, he's 30 now. I think they're looking at a new left back. There are rumours today in the papers and on Twitter and everything is that Liverpool are looking at this Ukrainian. Is it a Ukrainian midfielder? Is it a Ukrainian midfielder? Shakhtar Donetsk. Yeah.
Sounds like a medicine Sudakov.
Yeah, they're looking at a midfielder.
I mentioned him a while ago, by the way.
And then I think you did actually. And they're looking at this.
He's got a really high price, though, mate.
Egyptian forward. Egyptian forward as well that they're looking at. So
yeah, Mamouche. He's
So if they're
basically
looking
the
at
new
these players,
Salah.
yeah, and so if they're looking at these players, is it best to keep Matip for a year? And because as you said, the emergence of Kwanzaa weren't there in the
No.
summer. You know, we weren't there in the summer, and he's emerged this season. He's a squad player now. There's no doubt about it. So is the emergence of Kwanzaa now changing Liverpool's mind about needing the centre back and just give Matip another year and then look at the centre back the following year?
It does make good sense if you think about it. Like the managers that we're looking at, like I'm pretty convinced that we've got Alonso. By the way, like I think he's confirmed. There's loads of rumours from Europe. Andy Gray has put it in his Substack just as one person. Not Andy Gray, Richard Keys, and he's a Manc. So, but if we're looking at Amarin and we're looking at Alonso, they play three at the back, so we need three central defenders. So you've got Virgil, Canate, and one other. Well, could that one other be Matip, and then you've got Quansah as backup, or could that one other be Gomez? I just don't see Gomez as a centre back anymore for us. Like I just don't know why. Like I know he is, and he's been absolutely brilliant as a centre back. Like he's got one of the best records in the Premier League with Virgil as a centre back pairing. But we've never played him we've never played with a three with Gomez there, so we don't know how that would work. So I don't know. Like it would be interesting, and it would be something that the manager would look at. But you've got 5 central defenders there that are all really good.
Yeah.
So you've got plenty of cover, and you've also got Vandenberg as well, which someone's just wrote in the chat, who they may well take back. Yeah, they may well take him back.
He's having a good
Schalke,
season
I
in
think,
Germany.
are going to get relegated, so
he's quick as well. He's really
he might come back. It's a great solution. It's a great option to have. To have that many centre backs.
I agree. We definitely got an array of centre backs, old, young, you know, in their 20s. It's quite a good range there. And as honestly says there's 30 old. No, I'm 0 left time. Yeah, like it's same human. But I don't think 30-year-olds are. I think there's this thing in football that once you're at 29, 30, 31, you're done. And if you look at some play, you look at the greatest players that ever play, your Messis, your Ronaldos, they're playing into their, you know.
I mean,
look at Modric. Modric's 37.
Yeah, I mean, if you're honest, you're done in a Klopp team.
Yeah, it depends who you're playing.
You're not done in other teams. Look at Man United. Man United signed a 31-year-old, put him on a 4-year contract. Casemiro.
Yeah. If I look at Endo. Endo came to Liverpool when he was 30. He's 31 now, I think. And he's a very young 31-year-old.
We've got this way of thinking of players now because we had a load of players that turned 30 and just their legs went.
Yeah,
that's not the case. Like you also have to think about Robbo. Robbo's had like 6 months off. Like he's never had 6 months off. Like since he's been at Liverpool. Like so, this is the biggest injury he's ever had in the shoulder injury. So he had a lot of time off. So it's kind of revitalized him in a way, but I still think Tsimikas and Robbo might get sold. I have to be honest.
I think because we look at it, Hendo, Fabinho, and all these players we had last year in their 30s and all that, and as you said, them players play for a long time in the Jurgen Klopp team. If I look at Wataru Endo, he's a young 30-year-old.
Yeah,
you know, he's fresh, man. He's fresh. He hasn't been damaged yet. He's completely fresh. He hasn't got minutes in his legs, and it's not a thing on Klopp. It's the way it's Klopp's football. It's Klopp's style. Yeah, you know, Robbo at 30 is never going to be the Robbo we had 4 years ago in this Klopp system. It's just not. Now next year it might benefit him more. Being if it's Alonso, it's more a tactical passing game. So more triangles and that short passing. So it might suit him a little bit better, and he might not need to get forward. So, I'm all right with a 31-year-old Matip and a 33-year-old Virgil van Dijk, because in amongst that, I've got like a 26-year-old Joe Gomez, a 21-year-old Kwanzaa, a 22-year-old Kanate.
I think he's 20. I think he's 24. Kanate now.
Yeah, 24-year-old Kanate. But see, that's beautiful experience, great youth, and players in their mid-20s that have already got international experience as well. It's a great range, and I think you can go down a thing where you get too many players. That look at Chelsea, all players under 23. You need them older heads in your
and
team.
then a 40-year-old.
Yeah, it's very random, ain't it?
Weird, isn't it?
Very random. Very random. I was going to say a joke that's going around on the internet at the moment, but I won't go there. Yeah, I'll get done. I won't go there. Yeah.
Tell me that offline.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I think we're too quick to dismiss players. You know, if we bought James Milner when he's 30 on a free, I mean, look at the service he gave our football club. Amazing service. So if Matip's got a year in him where he don't have to play every week under a new manager, and Matip knows he's going to be our third, fourth choice centre back, but he wants to be part of the team, I'm fine with that. Having a Kwanzaa there, a Van Dijk there, and Kanate there, and then build up, get another midfielder in, get a left back in, and get another forward in. I'm all right. I don't think we need that much in the summer. I don't think we do.
I don't as well. And you also have to look at the players that are coming back. You know, you've got Carvalho. Carvalho's going to be like a new player because he's going to get played in his natural position as a 10. And then you've got Tyler Morton, who's going to come back into the fold. Tyler Morton's been sensational this season.
And he's been player of the year in the championship. I think he's championship player of the year, so aren't he?
And as much as we loved what the kids have done, they will all go out on loan. You will not see all of those kids playing next season for a new manager.
Yeah, I think
it's suicide.
I think the only young player who might stay around in the squad next season is Bobby Clark.
Yeah, me too.
I think he might be the only one. But if Klopp was staying, I think you still see him. I just feel like a new manager coming in, it'd be different.
Yeah,
be honesty with a super chat. He says Cody Gakpo responding to his criticised performances in quotes. I'm aware. I'm personally not that concerned. Things that go well are going well, and things are not going so well. Look, big up Cody for mentioning it. I've already said I want Cody here next season to see what he's like in a different system with a different manager. I want him to be successful. I think all Liverpool fans want our players to be successful. If fans have got a little concern over a player, I'm all right with that. As I've said on this channel multiple times, it's absolutely fine to criticise players' performances. As long as it stays only that, it's fine. If you get personal, that means you're not intelligent enough to criticise a man's performance. It's as simple as that.
For that. They're human beings.
You ain't intelligent enough. So for me, Cody's not performing well this season. I've already said it low. 11 goals is your fifth choice striker. I don't care where them goals come from. I don't care if they're all in Europe. The whole point of having a squad is that I can use a Cody Gakpo and rest a Luis Diaz for the bigger game. That's the point of a squad. And then if Cody steps up and scores in them games where Luis Diaz is resting, and then I'm cool with that. Like I think us fans sometimes we moan about not having a big enough squad, and then when we have a big enough squad, we moan about having too big of a squad. It's balmy.
Quansa, Bradley, Elliott. I'm not classing them as kids. I know they are, but I'm not classing them as kids. Sorry. I just want to make that one clear. Bradley's not going alone.
Oh, I forgot about Conor Bradley. Yeah, I don't count Conor. Do you know what it is? Conor Bradley is only 19 years old. He is only 19, 20 years old, and he's only just come through the academy. So we should count him as a kid. But because he's a first teamer now, Harvey Elliott, we should count as a kid. But he's at 108 games for Liverpool. I can't, what I mean? He's not a kid now. He's a professional, grown footballer. You know what I mean? He's a man. And
he's going to flourish. he's going to flourish under a new manager. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott is a talented footballer. I think.
Stand by.
His GA this season is far better than it's been any other season. He's growing in the role. I think us Liverpool fans forget that Harvey Elliott is only 20 years of age. It's mad. Big up promo. How you doing? Good, man. On loan at Madrid. Controversial opinion. I love Klopp, but for these last 10 games, if I could get Mourinho in, as I don't trust Klopp to get over the line. I know what you're saying, but I don't trust 2024 version of Mourinho to get over the line.
Jesus, I couldn't watch Mourinho football.
If you gave me Mourinho from 2005 promo,
yes,
I'm
please.
with you.
Yes, please.
I'm with you because that's a different.
Even a Mourinho that came back to Chelsea, I'd take that as well.
The 2024 version of Jose.
But
I know what you're saying, promo.
Or Man United Mourinho.
You're my boy, but nah, I can't be with you on that one, man. I can't be with you on that one. With our heavy metal football, our 30-year-olds like 34-year-olds.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Exactly. Big anyway, he says, I fully agree with Klopp going, we need to keep our quality senior players around. I think you do, man. I don't see. I think we got to be careful not just unloading the gun and getting rid of too many players at once because of ages. I'd let Thiago go because Thiago just hasn't proved himself in a Liverpool shirt for me, even when he's fit. But Matip has. You know, Matip was arguing. No, us Liverpool fans were saying at one time Matip's our best centre back. You know, when he was in his best form. So we can't pretend we didn't say these things. So yeah, part of me thinks
the problem with Matip is we just need to work out his training schedule and how to manage his minutes. Like, as long as you don't play Matip like 3 games in a row in short space of time, then you're going to have a great player. For me, it's a great player to have around as well. But I do think he'll be let go, mate. I just do. I just think Edwards is quite ruthless, and it's been mentioned that 3 players are definitely leaving, and that's Adrian, Thiago, and Matip.
Yeah.
It's obviously Matip coming out saying he doesn't want to go. Well, of course he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to lose £100,000 a week contract that he's had for the last 5 years.
No, I think Thiago, we just got to rip it up. Big up John says Bradley's our new right back for me. Yeah, big up, man. JD says that's the dumbest take I've ever heard to date. JD, let me know what you're chatting about, man.
Don't know what that was.
Let me know what take you didn't like and we can talk about it. Are you on about Matip? Or are you on about people in the comments saying about Bradley? I'm not sure. But when we're talking about the youth players, we don't see Bradley and that as youth players. That's what we mean by it. They're first teamers. You know, Bradley's at the moment our number 1 right back till Trent's back. So yeah, we don't see.
I'm talking about 19 years of age and under.
We're talking about people like Jayden Dans and Kumas and McConnells of this world.
And the Dokes as well. I'm talking about Dokes as well.
Yeah. You know, these players might need to go on loan next season. I don't want to get rid of them because they're obviously quality footballers, but under a new manager, I don't think they'd get the time like if Klopp was around, because Klopp's been here for so long, he can afford to bring these kids in. It would benefit, you know, it doesn't benefit a new manager to do that straight away. But someone like a Bobby Clark, I can see hanging around though. I can see hanging around. Definitely. I hear you, but let's not forget Roma won a trophy under him. I don't even rate Mourinho. It's just Klopp's game management. We rarely win games by 1 goal unless it's a last minute thing. Yeah, you ain't lying there. I'll give you that. I just sometimes feel like I wish Klopp just changed his ways a little bit at times. You know, his in-game management at times just like against Man United in the last minute of injury, like 3 minutes to go of extra time, we've got a corner and we leave 1 man defending.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that shouldn't really happen. I know what we're about. I know what Klopp's about. It's all risk and reward. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But sometimes you need to go, right, we're trying to win this game, and I get it, but we don't need, let's leave 3 at the back. You know, let's leave 3 at the back. Let's leave the 3 quickens at the back. You know, let's get the big boys in the box. Let's keep, 3 quick players at the back that can run back and defend. We don't all have to be up there. We left too much space. Just in-game management at times.
Let's just take the penalties. Like, you know what I mean? Let's just, it was that close to becoming a penalty shootout. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that because you get my blood pressure up.
Yeah.
That really did piss me off, that game.
Jeffrey says you're not sounding very credible. Jeffrey, what am I not sounding credible about, my friend? Let me know, my man. I don't know if you're talking to me or someone else in the chat, but let me know, Jeffrey.
I think maybe they're talking in the chat and we're confused that it could be about us. If it's about us, let us know, please.
Yeah. Just let us know what you don't agree with. It's all debate over here. We're not going to have a go at anyone. If you think we're not talking about something you don't, just let us know, man.
I think they could be talking about that person's comments about Klopp, saying that you can't get over the line.
Jeffrey, let us know, man.
I don't know.
Jeffrey, you play junior. Does that count? I don't know what junior means, Jeffrey. Honestly, man. Let us know. Klopp is a great manager, but he's stubborn. Yeah, man. His stubbornness, that is one of Klopp's. Not everyone's perfect, are they? We're all got, none of us are perfect here. We're all going, if I was a manager, I'd have so many. I'd have some positives and some negatives. Everyone has positives and negatives. One of Klopp's negatives is his stubbornness and his loyaltiness. His loyalty. There's a good thing about being loyal, but sometimes it can. He's not. He could be too loyal at times.
He was.
And his
I like that word, loyaltiness.
Yeah,
he did have a lot of loyaltiness, didn't he?
It's midnight and I can't talk English.
He did have a lot of loyaltiness.
Definitely.
Yeah. Someone wrote in the chat, send all the players out on loan to Linders at Ajax. It's a good shout.
Yeah. Opta did an analysis, and Darwin Núñez came out as the most dangerous striker in the world. Loads of different stats considered. Yeah, I saw that because it's taking out penalties, set pieces, and all this sort of stuff. And Darwin's getting better year in, year out, man. He's doing well, man. He's doing well.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Darwin Núñez under Alonso or Amarin is going to be insane.
Look, the more I think
they play a great target man. Great target man.
The more news, because I've heard people talking about the Alonso rumours in the chat just now, and the more you read about it, the more you listen, it looks like Alonso's.
Yeah.
It looks like Alonso will be Liverpool manager. That Florian Plettenberg, he just can't have it, can he? He just won't have it.
No, he really wants him to go to Bayern, and so does Sky Sports Germany.
Yeah.
They won't shut up about it.
It's just like, because today he quoted, because he's now gone and said De Zerbi's now Bayern's first choice, basically, because it looks like, they think Alonso will either stay or go to Bayern Munich. That's his thing. And Liverpool fans underneath his tweet were going, well, what if he goes to Liverpool? And he's like, he just don't think it's happening. He thinks he's going to stay in Germany. And it's like, okay, you're cool. I mean, if he stays in Germany, I think, if Alonso does stay in Germany, I think he stays at Bayer Leverkusen. But
no, he's not going to go to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I literally think the rumours today, basically, so people wondering, is that by the sounds of it, Liverpool putting everything out there to get Alonso in, and the only other choice apart from Alonso is Ruben Amorim. That's it. I don't think they're looking at anyone else right now.
No, they're not. We've offered him a 3-year contract, by the way.
Yeah, they basically said the De Zerbi stuff's gone. So it's out of them two. And Amorim would be a world record release for a manager, I believe. So
don't believe that. That's
even
it's
if it
not
is
25 million. It's not 25 million.
Even if it is, I don't think that.
Almiron's about 8.5 million. Xabi Alonso's about 16. And he's been promised Musiala and Tapiosa to take with us. Like, and he's been offered a 3-year contract. That's what I've heard. Okay, like
yeah,
whether that's real or not, I don't know. But
I think Alonso, yeah, it would
but
definitely be.
it's the person who told me about Dominic Szoboszlai as well. So, and Dominic Szoboszlai is going to be insane next season for the new manager.
Yeah, don't worry about Dom. We'll get a Dominic Szoboszlai.
They will play him the way he needs to be played.
Yeah. A bit of honesty, another super chat. Big up my friend. Fitness
Big
update.
up, Frank.
Curtis Jones' progress looks to have been perfectly timed for the return for the Premier League this week. We go Klopp. Hopeful of his involvement in some capacity against Brighton. That'd be great because
great news.
He's been missed. I'm a massive fan of Curtis Jones. Big up honesty against the Liverpool reporting ready to break the bank to bring Xabi Alonso to the club, and if not Alonso, they will go for Almiron. Yeah, I think that's it. They're the two. I think they got to do their due diligence and make sure. I think they're probably going to talk to Almiron before they talk to Alonso, because I think they just feel like because Alonso's their first choice, they're going to make sure Almiron's around, knowing that they're around in case Alonso don't come. So I see that. And big up honesty again, man. Van Dijk says Musiala and Verts are excellent players. When they receive the ball, they can create lots of danger. Bring me Musiala when Thiago leaves. Give them Carvalho too. Want a nice little loan swap or something like that. I'll tell you what, big up Frank in the chat. How you doing well, Frank? Big up my man. Big up Frank. Dexter says the Dunez will struggle in Alonso's system. We will see.
Look at Patrick Schick and look at Boniface. Central striker really well. Look at the guy who look at the guy who plays at Sporting. He's got more goals than any other player in the top 5 leagues. He's Swedish. I can't remember his name. Someone put it in the chat.
Jeffrey's asked me. I'm trying to be honest with you, and I don't believe you're a true supporter. Just saying.
I think he's chatting to someone in the chat.
You got to be chatting to someone else, Jeffrey. Surely, because
he's got to be.
42.
Yeah, Gruikes. Big up, Scraps.
He's going to Arsenal. That's what I've heard.
Do you know how much they sold him for Brighton in 2022? $500,000. $500,000. And what have Brighton got problems with? Scoring goals. They still play Danny Welbeck. And they sold him. He's an absolute machine. I think he's got like 46 goals this season or something mad like that, honestly. But yeah, they'll sell him for about like 60-70 million, and they bought him for like 500,000 from Brighton.
It was at Coventry, wasn't it? It was Coventry, is that?
Yeah, Coventry and then Brighton. Oh, Brighton. Sorry, he went from Brighton to Coventry, and then Coventry to. Yeah, I won't banter Brighton. That's a fair point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely. But look, guys, we got the running coming up, and with this running coming up, Liverpool's fixture list is quite nice. Obviously, we've got the League Cup in the bag already. Unfortunately, we went out in the FA Cup to Man United. It is what it is. But we've got Europa League to go for, and we've got a Premier League to go for still. It's interesting. Look, I'm proper happy and excited to be a Liverpool fan right now. I think it's very intriguing. This Sunday's going to be massive. But what do you think in the chat? Everyone in chat right now, what do you think we can do this season? Are we going to win any more trophies? Can we win the league? Can we win the Europa League? Are we going to fail in both? I want everyone in the chat. What's your outcome for the rest of the season? Let me know your outcome for the rest of the season. And Jeffrey Hunt in the chat, you're just being rude now, my friend. No need to be rude, my friend. No need to be rude.
Mods, get on that.
So look, everyone in chat, just let me know what you feel like Liverpool going to do for the rest of this season. Kamer, what do you think, man? What do you think? How are we going this season? Obviously, we're back this weekend. We've got Brighton at home. Arsenal and Man City are playing each other, so someone's going to drop points in that game. They're both going to drop points. You feel like Liverpool should be massive favourites winning against Brighton, and then the following weekend we got Sheffield United. So, and I believe Arsenal got Chelsea. So, what's your outcome? Is it a treble? Is it a double? Is it just Europa League? How do you see this ending?
So we've got 8 games in 24 days in April, which if you look at it, you think, my God, that's an absolute killer. But that's how Liverpool get into a rhythm, and that's how we normally progress and do game after game after game winning streaks. If we have large gaps in between our games, that's normally when we lose our rhythm. It's a weird one. It's like when we don't go on the training pitch too much. It's like a robotic momentum that we take, and we just go game after game after game. And if you look at it, we've got Brighton at home, then we've got Sheffield United. We've got a good chance of getting our goal difference back from Arsenal in those 2 games, I feel. Those 2 games have definitely got 3 goals for us each at home. That is a possibility, especially with Salah back full throttle. And then you've got Man United away. And that game, everyone's looking at as like, that's the hardest game. I just think we'll go there and get the job done, mate. I just do. I see the team talk from Klopp basically being, just go and put what went wrong last time. Like, you deserve to win last time. Man United are good in 5-minute spells. That's it. That's all they offer. They don't offer any dominance. Like, they can beat any team on any day in a 5-minute spell. That's what they're good at, because they've got good individuals. So I think we'll go and get the job done. I think we've got quite a favourable Europa League draw as well, which is interesting, especially with the business end, because we normally get really hard games in business ends. You know, we've got Atalanta home and away. We've got home first, then away. You know, that game could be done before we get to the away leg. You know, so we could get a chance to rest players. We've beaten Atalanta before as well in the last couple of years. So we've got previous, and they're not doing too well. I think they're 6th in the league now. So they're not doing too well. And a lot of their good players have moved on or basically got old. And then you look at the second leg, which could be Marseille or who's the other team? Can you put it in the chat, please? It probably will be Marseille, though. That's a favourable leg as well.
Benfica, isn't it?
Yeah, Marseille or Benfica. So that's a favourable teams there. We've smashed Benfica all over the place, loads of times. So they're quite favourable, those. And then you've got the fact that Arsenal and City, they've got to play Tottenham. They've got to play Chelsea. Chelsea's a hard game for anyone right now, because they blow hot and cold. So, and they've also got to play each other. And you know, having a free horse race at the moment, I think is really good, because people can take points off each other now. And we've been lucky because we haven't played well against the top 6 teams. We've got the worst record, like out of our rivals. But we're still there. We're still top, just on goal difference, just being beaten by goal difference. So it's kind of in our hands still, if you really want to think about it. We just got to score more goals.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I genuinely believe we can do both.
Yeah, like same, man.
And we're getting everyone back.
Yeah, exactly. So if we look at the
they're
fixtures,
losing players. Like, they're losing players. Like,
well, let me get on this chat and we'll
John
work
Stones,
it out.
Kyle Walker are doubts for the next game.
I think
you've got
apparently
Martinelli and Saka doubts.
I think De Bruyne is fine, but I actually think Walker and that are actually out. Big up Honestly says Alexis Mastrio, Mac 10. It's the best midfielder this season. Yeah, I said it. He runs in the show even for Argentina. Yeah, like I did that. I did that the other day. McAllister's just been good for Liverpool as anyone else. I just think McAllister's been brilliant, but
you can't take him out of the team. You can't take him out of the team.
For me. Quality for me.
Mac has to play.
So these are Liverpool's fixtures, guys. So obviously this Sunday we play Brighton at home at 2:00. So if we beat Brighton, we'll go top of the Premier League, guys. So then 2 hours later, we know City and Arsenal playing. And whatever that result, a City win keeps us top of the league. A draw keeps us top of the league. Only an Arsenal win will put us back down to second again. Then on the midweek, I think it's a Wednesday, we got Sheffield United. Is it? Yeah, it's Sheffield. It's a midweek game, ain't it? Sheffield United
Wednesday,
game. Against Sheffield United at home. We should be winning that game. And then obviously next, the 7th of April, in 2 weeks' time, we got Man United away. That's a tricky one. Then you got the Atalanta game in between Crystal Palace at home. So the Atalanta game is pretty... that Atalanta game, I think you were asking for a Premier League game in between. Palace at home is a pretty good fixture to have in between that Atalanta double legger there.
Yeah.
Is it Thursday promo? Big up, man. Thank you very much for reminding me.
Is that Thursday?
Yeah, big up. Yeah, big up, Shawnee.
Game.
Yeah, Sheffield United game's Thursday. Big up, Shawnee.
Okay,
I've not been
Man City
too
have got
recently, mate. Appreciate the streams. Shawnee, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well, man. You didn't have to super chat out. Man, I hope you're doing well, though. Keep yourself well. Keep yourself fit, my friend. Keep yourself well and fit. And, yeah, always, man, always. Yeah, so the Sheffield United game's to Thursday. So 2 home games. Look, if Liverpool go and win this title, Liverpool need to smash Brighton and Sheffield United at home. I think we can all agree with this year. We need to really put them to town. No messing around. The Man United game away is our most tricky away game left. Then obviously you got Atalanta, home leg first. I just fancy us finishing the tie at home in that leg. Atalanta play a higher pressing game. It suits Liverpool down to the ground. They're going to leave so much space in behind for us. I think Liverpool win that game quite comfortably. And then obviously we got a home game against Crystal Palace. So our next 4 Premier League games, guys, 3 of them are at home. 3 of them are at home. Yeah, our record against Brighton's not the best. You're all right, but you're all correct on that. But this Brighton this season's not the best either. They concede a lot of goals and a lot of chances compared to previous seasons. So I expect us to put them to town. Palace at home. So 4 home games, guys. So if you're looking at them, I want everyone in the chat right now. How many points do we pick up in our next 4 Premier League games? Everyone in the chat, give me a number. I just want a number. In our next 4 Premier League games, 3 of them at home, 1 of them away. How many points do we pick up? For me, this is where it's important. What do you think, K-Mac? Brighton,
12.
Sheffield United, Man United away, Palace
12.
at home. Right.
12.
Win all 4?
Yeah.
It's got 9, so you think we'll lose to United?
Jeez.
12, 10, 12. Big Up Honestly says Nottingham Forest have been fined for failing to control players and stuff following the aftermath of the late defeat to Liverpool on March the 2nd. Has their fans been sorted out as well? Or do we go, you know what I mean?
God, they were horrific.
Big Up Honestly. 12.
Yeah, their manager told the referee to F off.
Yeah, it's mad.
A couple of times.
Right. So, man, you got to remember, by the Man United game, we could have Jota and Trent back.
Yeah.
Jota and Trent in that Man United squad. Then you could arguably give them minutes in the Atalanta game and then some more minutes in the Palace game. And then they're away. Then after Atalanta, it's when it starts to get a little bit more difficult. So we have got these 3 away games in 7 days. It's mad.
Ridiculous.
So
just ridiculous.
Fulham away on 4:30 on a Sunday. So everyone remember this. 4:30 on Sunday, April the 21st, we got Fulham away. Then our rearranged game against Everton is a midweek game. Obviously, this is a rearranged game. 8 p.m. kickoff away to Everton, which is not far. You know, they can walk there. Then we're away to West Ham. So we got a midweek game. Everyone remember this. We got a midweek game at 8 p.m. against our Merseyside rivals, and then the FA decided to put us at 12:30 in the afternoon on the Saturday.
Shocking.
Against
Shocking,
West Ham.
mate.
Now, there's a caveat in this fixture. I believe there is a caveat in this fixture, is that if Arsenal get to the semi-finals of the Champions League, this West Ham Liverpool game will be moved to Sunday. Apparently, I
It
don't
should
know
just
why,
be moved anyway.
but yeah.
It's just
So
a joke. Yeah.
that's our next. That's our 3 away games in a row. For me, I don't know about everyone in the chat, because after that we've got Tottenham at home. I don't care who we play at home; we're not losing.
No.
Aston Villa away and Wolves at home. I think we win our last 3 games of the season. I think the league is won or lost in them 3 away games in mid-April, early May. What do you think, K-Mac?
I actually think you're right. Possibly between the last 2 weeks of April, those games, especially for Arsenal. I think Arsenal could be done and dusted by then, because they've got Spurs away and
Arsenal
Chelsea
got
at
hard
home.
April.
They've got Spurs away, Chelsea at home.
Yeah,
In
Arsenal's April is actually a bit nuts, because they've got a lot of fixtures back to back with Champions League games. Yeah, Arsenal's April is nuts.
They've got Brighton, Villa, Wolves, Chelsea, Spurs, and Bournemouth, Man United, and Everton to finish the season.
All between the Bayern Munich games as well.
Bayern Munich, yeah. And if they
get through that, Champions League semi-finals.
If they beat Bayern Munich, then they've got another really hard game, because they'll probably get like Man City or Barcelona, or it's not going to be. It's not going to get any better for them, is it? Or
No.
Inter Milan. I think Inter Milan are in it, aren't they? I can't remember who's in it. I've not really paid much attention. It's been garbage.
Inter Milan went out.
PSG still in it?
Yeah, PSG in it. But that's let me know, everyone in the chat right now. Do you think them 3 away games right in the middle there is what's either going to win us or lose us the Premier League? Because I just feel like if we beat, do you know what's mad? By the end of next weekend, Liverpool could have a gap at the top of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, on Easter Sunday at home to Brighton, we should win that game. And then on the Thursday at home to Sheffield United, we should win that game. We could have a little point gap at the top of the Premier League by the end of next weekend, by the weekend after. That's a mad one for me. Absolutely mad. What happened to Kenobi? Why has he got timed out? I'm going to take it that was a mistake. Kenobi, if you're still Daz said wrong person. There you go. Yeah, Kenobi, if you're still watching, it was a mistake by Daz. He didn't mean it. So just keep watching. You can come back in a minute.
The City games are interesting, by the way, because they've obviously got Arsenal, so they've got 2 home games as well. They've got Arsenal at home and Aston Villa at home, so they could potentially draw them or lose them. Probably draw, if any. So they're really tough games, but they've still got this Tottenham away game, which they need to play, which hasn't been confirmed. So that is a real banana skin for them. They could easily drop points at Spurs.
This is their fixture list. So they got City have got Arsenal obviously on the date on Sunday. They got to play this rearranged Chelsea game. Then on the Wednesday,
they got the Chelsea game as well.
They got to play that. It's rearranged it. They got the Luton game, which they're obviously going to win at home. Then they're away to Brighton. Then they got Bayern Munich. Then they're at home to Villa. Then they're away to Bayern Munich. Away to Wolves. Won't that be a difficult game? Then they got Chelsea. Then they got Tottenham, Bournemouth, away United, home to Everton to finish off. So that's why I keep saying them 3 fixtures for Liverpool right in the middle. Them 3 away fixtures. For me, Brighton and Sheffield United should take care of themselves. If we don't win them games, then we don't deserve to win the Premier League. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But these 3 away games,
Fulham,
Fulham,
Everton, West
Everton,
Ham.
all in 7 days. They're 3 Premier League games all away from home in 7 days. That for me is when our Premier League is either won or lost. This could all
What's the
go
game
down to
before
luck.
Fulham? What's the game
This,
before Fulham? Can you scroll up?
what the Fulham game?
Yeah, who's
It's
before Fulham? What's that
Crystal
game? Was that a
Palace, ain't
home
it?
game?
We've got Palace at home.
We've got Atalanta away.
Yeah, so our next 4 Premier League games, 3 of them are at home, only 1 away.
So if we put the leg out of sight in the first round, and we play, we obviously probably take some of the seniors, but play a few of the fringe players for that Atalanta leg, because it could be like 3-0 or whatever, could be done and dusted. We could have a fresher team for the Palace home. Sorry, for the Fulham away.
Yeah.
So that could play in our favour. Like that's all I'm seeing for that.
And there's one thing I will say about Liverpool, and I think you said this already, is that Liverpool are better when they have no breaks.
Yeah.
When it's game under Jurgen Klopp, because these players, they don't really need that much training now. We're in April. The players don't really need much more on the training ground. All they just need to do is play. And I've always said it, this Liverpool team, when we have a break, this is my only worry about the Brighton game. Little worry about the Brighton game is that I reckon we're going to be a bit undercooked in that game, and it's going to be a scrappy 2-0 win or something like that. We're not going to look convincing. But then by the time we play Sheffield United and all that, we'll be up to scratch again. But when Liverpool got to play game after game after game with no rest, as long as we don't get any injuries, I think we win in games. I really do. I think we've got to win 8 out of our 10 games, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we win 8 of them and draw the other 2. I think we'll be Premier League champions. Being out honesty, says question: what's your guys' opinions on the Sam saying Liverpool got the hardest run of fixtures compared to City and Arsenal? City have got the easiest end of the season. There's no doubt about that. I can get City's up right now. Now, if you look at Liverpool, so if we compare it, all right, so Liverpool's, Liverpool at home to Brighton, Sheffield United, and Crystal Palace and away to Man United. That's our next 4 Premier League games. I would say that's a very comfortable 4 fixtures for Liverpool. It's this middle 3. At home to Tottenham, I think we should win. Away to Villa, I've seen Spurs smash Villa 4-0 away from home. So I expect us to win that. And home to Wolves is a good game to end on, because Wolves will be on the beach. So if we look at that, that's a good fixture list. Cities, for me, have the easiest end of the season. They have the easiest end of the season. So if we look at City, so City have got to play. Obviously, they got Arsenal. Then they're at home to Villa, which might be a difficult game. Away to Crystal Palace, always interesting, especially it's 12:30 in the afternoon kickoff game. At home to Luton, you still get smash Luton.
Palace away on easy now. Like, they're a lot harder.
And then they're away to Tottenham, home to Chelsea, and away to Brighton. So their 3 middle games, when we got our 3 away games, that's quite tricky as well. Tottenham City, Man City, Chelsea, City, Brighton. If you look at Liverpool's 3 away games in this same period of time, yeah, that's pretty tricky as well. Although that's an FA Cup semi-final, actually. So their 3 league games are not. That's the semi-final, so ignore that. So yeah, Tottenham, Brighton, then Nottingham Forest away. Nottingham Forest might need to win that if they're in the Premier League. Wolverhampton and Wanderers at home, and then Fulham away, and then Man City at home against West Ham. I would say City have the best end to the season, but they do have tricky games. Like this game here is a tricky game. Away to Palace ain't easy. The Tottenham game, that's going to be interesting.
That's going
away to Brighton. Yeah. It's I'd say City probably do have the better fixture list. But I would also say that if you gave me Liverpool's fixture list, look, it's up to Liverpool. Liverpool, as I said, could be a couple of points in hand of everyone else by the 7th of April, by the time we get to the Man United game with them 2 home games that we got. So then if we are, Liverpool just got to win every game till the end of the season. They win the Premier League. Don't matter what the fixtures are. It's in our hands. So it's interesting, man. I would say City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I'd say it that way. I would say it that way, but it's gotta be.
I still stand by what I said about Arsenal. I think Arsenal will drop off. They will start dropping points. Arsenal. They can't. They've never done it before. Like they've just gone on a 10-game winning run, which is amazing, and they've been tanking teams, and that's fine. But they've been playing all their players consistently. They've not rested anyone. They've had a solid back four the whole season. They've not suffered any injuries. They've not had any red cards really. They've not really had any stress on them, to be honest.
No.
And now they're gonna start losing players through fatigue and injuries because they played so many consistently. And I can't see them winning 10 games, another 10 games on the trot.
Arsenal.
I think they'll have a blip.
What I will say about Arsenal, they've been amazing this season.
Yeah,
I'll put it out there.
They have.
I think Arsenal have been absolutely fantastic. And the form they've been on this season is amazing. The players that, they've just been great this season, Arsenal. They have. I'm going to give them credit, right? My only worry, I don't know if there's any Arsenal fans in the chat, but my only worry, if there was an Arsenal fan, I'd ask them, is that do you think the international break came at the wrong time for Arsenal? Because Arsenal's momentum was just going up. They looked unbeatable. And then this international break come bang. And I read somewhere, I don't know if it's true, but when the international, this weekend will be Arsenal's first Premier League game for 19 days.
Yeah, someone wrote it, 19 days. That's
a long time. And Arsenal's momentum was just going like that. And we know, when you got momentum in football, momentum can carry you. Momentum can carry you to a title. There's no doubt about that. And I'm just wondering if that international break just came at the wrong time for Arsenal. I just wonder if it came at the wrong time for him. Big Art honestly says Flamingo striker Gabby Goal banned from football for 2 years for attempted anti-doping. He attempted to anti-dope. Didn't do it very well. Anti-doping fraud. He's sending steroids now. What the hell is going on? Big Art honesty, man. Big up you, honesty. You've supported the channel beautifully today. Martinelli missing a lot of that pace gone in attack. Yeah, Martinelli's that injured, ain't he? Oh, it's 16 games if you don't count the Porto game. 16 days. So if you count the Porto, if you don't count the Porto game, it's 19.
Okay, 16 games then. 16 days, sorry. Still a long time.
Arsenal get 3 weeks without a game. Liverpool get 3 in 1 week. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, we don't want to go down that road because that could be another hour show.
I've got Don in the chat here, man. Don, you're an Arsenal fan. Let me know. Do you think that international break just came at the wrong time? I've got Gavin in the chat as well. Says, as an Arsenal fan, I think we have a better chance of winning the champs. Won't happen. I have a feeling one of our centre backs will get injured in the next few games. They've played every game. Big up Gavin C in the chat. Much appreciation for coming in, my friend. As an Arsenal fan, appreciate love. The Arsenal fans in the chat. Do you think that international break just came at the wrong time for you? As I said, your momentum was just sky high. I just wonder for you guys.
Declan Rice has played every single game as well. And he also played both internationals for some reason.
Yeah. Declan. England, Arsenal fans must be pissed at that Declan Rice played all the international games. Yeah. But yeah, big up, Don. Big up. Question: would you go for the ex-Coventry striker now playing abroad? Oh yeah. We've already spoke about him, Colin. I wouldn't buy a striker in. I'd buy a winger in. I'd buy a winger in.
Trust Edwards. He's going to get us another star. He will. That Mamouche looks really good, by the way. He plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. He does look like another Salah.
Yeah,
He's really good.
You got Darwin now. I think Gakpo will get another year to prove himself. Luis Diaz, all right? Let's finish on the Luis Diaz story because I think Liverpool have got a major opportunity of still winning the Premier League. Of course, we have. We're joint level and points with Arsenal. You know, anything can happen. I think it's the most exciting Premier League race probably of all time. It could even go to the last game of the season between all three clubs. It's going to be great. I can't wait for it. We're going on a journey, guys. It's going to be amazing to watch. Amazing football. Let's just enjoy the journey, guys. Let's enjoy this. I bet Arsenal fans are enjoying it. City fans are enjoying it. Liverpool fans enjoy it. Let's just enjoy what's happening right now because it's fantastic to watch. Europa League. Do we all think we're going to win the Europa League? Does everyone think we're going to win the Europa League? Let me know in the chat. Gavin says if we beat City, that might give us momentum. Carry on for the next 10 games. Champions League fatigue is worrying low. That's the only thing, Gavin, when we're coming to the end of these seasons. As you say, you're going for Champions League, Premier League still. We're going for Europa and Premier League. You know, Man City going for Champions League, Premier League. One of our teams are not going to be able to win both. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting, man. Big up, Eddie. Thank you very much for super, my friend. Hope you're both doing okay. We're doing great, man. We're doing great. I think K-Mat's just figuring out his earphones for a minute.
I'm sorted, yeah. The Herbsman's at it again, mate.
Big up the Herdsman. I've got to get in contact with the Herdsman, man. I need to relax, and he's got my finger choice right there. So, yeah, big up the Herdsman, man. Give you 5 minutes.
I think Gabidol from Brazil got his as well.
Yeah, big up the Herdsman. Get your memberships, man. Europa League. Do you think we're winning that? Everyone think we're winning that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a feeling. I got this silly little feeling that it's going to be in Liverpool West Ham final. You know.
Yeah, I know. He said that.
I don't know why. I just got this feeling it's going to be a Liverpool West Ham final.
Yeah,
which would be mad. A lot of neutrals want Liverpool by Leverkusen. I get it. I know, right? Because Real Madrid and Man City or Real Madrid Arsenal will meet each other, I believe, in the semi-finals of the Champions League, ain't it? Right. So one of them will go like either Arsenal, Man City, or they're going to be in the. It's Man City, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, right?
Yeah.
So obviously we're not going to get an all-English final or, you know, or anything like that, right? Or a Real Madrid could go out, yeah. Could Liverpool by Leverkusen, if that was the Europa League final, actually be the bigger European final this year?
I think it will be. I do want it to be by Leverkusen, by the way, because if it is West Ham, then they'll just roll over for Man City.
Yeah,
because that's their last game. So they won't put up a fight because they'll probably rest all their players for the final, and we won't because we obviously want to win the league. Yeah, I think the Leverkusen Liverpool finals just got more to it, hasn't it? Klopp and Alonso. Like Alonso, you know, could be confirmed our manager by then, like for the season after. That's just, I mean, that's just what a way to end. You know what I mean?
The reason I say this as well is because one of Man City and Real Madrid will go out. Yeah, one of them will go out because they're playing each other. Arsenal and Bayern Munich, one of them will go out. So, and then
I want PSG to win it, by the way.
They play each other in the semis. So say Madrid go out and Bayern Munich go out. Arsenal, Man City go play each other in the semis. So one of them will go out. So you could argue that the bigger game in European football for a final might actually be Liverpool by Leverkusen in a weird, mad way. Especially with the context of the game. Especially with the context.
Yeah, I want PSG to win it because I think Mbappe kind of deserves a Champions League now. Like, you know what I mean? He's a one man wrecking ball. That's going to be some team at Real Madrid. Mbappe, Endrick, Rodrigo, Vinny Jr., Jude Bellingham. Like, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't want to get them in. I wouldn't want to get them next year in the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully we can avoid them to the final.
Yeah, man. Real Madrid, they build their teams to win European Cups, not really the league. I was listening to a Real Madrid documentary the other day, and they were talking about when they build their squads, it's about conquering Europe as much as it is about their league. The Champions League European Cup is seen as a bigger victory for Real Madrid than the league is. Because they said something recently about, like, in the last 10 years, Barcelona have won more league titles, but Real Madrid have won more Champions League titles. And people remember Real Madrid's Champions League titles more than they do Barcelona's league titles. And probably a fact. It's probably a fact. Only argument is Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Yeah, look, if you get an El Clasico final, that's topping everything in world football. There's no doubt about that.
That could happen as well.
If Real Madrid go out, there's no English club bigger in the Champions League than Liverpool in the Europa League. So, yeah, it's interesting, man.
Can someone write in the chat if that's ever happened? A Real Madrid Barcelona Champions League.
I don't know. Yeah, it's happened quarterfinal or semi-final or something like that. But
Has
I
that
don't
ever
think it's
happened in a
in the
final? Because that would be epic. No. Okay. There you go. Real Madrid fan said no.
Well, Promo's a Liverpool fan. He's just fan. He's just on loan at the moment. That's
he's on loan at Madrid. Okay.
He's just on loan. He's on loan. He's on loan. He's carefully manipulated his loan deals. Honestly says, don't sleep on Villa at this title run. They want top four, so that might cost some. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Villa are a bit of a weird team. I see a lot of holes in their game now. I think with Villa,
it all
why? Depends how far they go in the Conference Cup. If the Conference Cup starts to get more of their attention, I think they'll go all out to win that. And can they win that while getting top four? It all depends how well Man United do. Man United fans are gassed at the moment because they beat Liverpool in the FA Cup. I'm telling everyone right now, Man United will probably lose on the weekend to Brighton and to Brentford, sorry, and you won't hear no more of this talk. But if Man United start putting wins together and Tottenham can put some wins together, then Villa can be caught. But you are right. I want Villa to finish top four because I think it'd be amazing for them and a great job Unai Emery's done. And I got no bad feeling with Aston Villa. I like Villa. So
Villa have always been my second
team. They're just a bit inconsistent at the moment, I'd say.
And you know why? Because they lost Kamara.
Yeah,
don't underestimate that kid. He's been absolutely
sensational. I know
Douglas Luiz
has been getting a lot of the credit, and rightly so, because of his goals and his play. I don't know if he could do it without Kamara there.
Kamara's been unbelievable. Their form's dropped since he got injured, and he's out for the rest of the season, by the way. There is a good chance that the Premier League could have 5 slots for Champions League, which means it isn't going to be so much of a fight between Tottenham and Villa because both of them can still qualify, if that makes sense. But,
I think by the look of it, it's got to be top 5 for Italy and England, I believe. I think they're yeah.
I mean, if Man City and Arsenal went out, I think that might stop it. But who knows?
Right.
I just like the fact that we're getting all our players back now. I think Trent is going to be so important.
Trent's creativity for the last 10 games. Trent's creativity for the last 7-8 games of the season will be massive. Jota's finishing for the last 7-8 games of the season will just be massive as well. It's just huge. It's just huge. Honestly says, question, if you had 85 million and you had 3 choices to pick a winger, Kevin, as I call him, Rodrigo or Rafa Leao, who would you pick and why? I'd pick Rodrigo.
Yeah, me too.
Out of them 3 choices, I probably would go Rodrigo, but I don't rate Rodrigo as high as a lot of people do. Every time I've watched Leao play, he's always been poor. I'm not saying he's a bad player. It's just every time I've watched him, he's had poor performances. And Krav,
he's always crap against us, Leao, by the way.
Yeah, Maradona or Maradona right there, Krav. I mean, I'm not convinced he could do it in a pacey, powerful league like the Premier League. If you look at Anthony back at Ajax, he reminds me of that. I just don't know if he'd be able to cope with the power and pace of the Premier League. But Rodrigo, yeah, I'm with you, honestly. I'll probably go for him, although I'm not a huge fan. Luis Diaz. What we're saying about Luis Diaz. So his dad don't shut up.
I think
Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz has been talking. Spain.
I think there's smoke there, mate. I think there's smoke and fire there, dude. Seriously.
I mean, what do you do? Like, I've said it, I'm going to keep saying this time and time again. I think Luis Diaz is a super talented player. I don't know if we just see enough of him in a Liverpool shirt with his end product. I watched him for Colombia the other day, and he's going on the outside of fullbacks. He's not cutting in. He's going on the outside of fullbacks and crossing it with his left foot. So I'm starting to wonder now, is actually Luis Diaz being coached differently for Liverpool than he is Colombia? And he's got a bit of a leash on him for Liverpool because he's always cutting inside. He stops, cuts inside, stops, cuts inside. International football, he goes on the outside. And that's the deal. And if I see that more of Diaz, I'm like, no, not many better left wingers if he plays like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the thing about it as well, and I do need to talk about this because everyone's talking about, like, Luis Diaz isn't doing it for us. Like, Luis Diaz is doing it for Colombia against Brazil, Argentina. He's doing it against the best teams in the world with the best players in the world. And he looks like a world beater. Like,
yeah,
if he does that for Liverpool, we are drooling. Like, seriously, he has got a handbrake on him. He's got a handbrake on him.
He must have. Because he's a quality player. He's a quality player. And I think a lot of us Liverpool fans just get a little frustrated at Luis Diaz sometimes because we see the performance he puts in. He's got high energy. He goes for days. You wind him up and let him go, and he just goes, man. His work rate is
such a street baller, isn't he? Such a street baller.
Just feel like sometimes, but yeah, I do love the guy. Big up Sleeping Dragon says, new sub, Jamie. Big up, my man. I'm late to the party, but good to be here. Respect from a Scouse LFC supporter. Big up, my friend. Thank you for being here.
There's really some crazy stat. There's some crazy stat. I think someone in the chat will probably know. How many games has it been that Colombia have been unbeaten when Luis Diaz has been playing? Can someone put it in the chat? I think it's like 22 or something like that. Honestly, he's been unbelievable for Colombia. And I'm not being funny. They haven't got a great team.
Yeah,
there's about 3 players in that team that I've heard of.
Diaz is obviously a gifted player. I just see him like, I look at him sometimes, I think a lot of people in the chat will understand what I'm trying to say. Is like, I feel like he can give us just that little bit more. It's like he plays within himself sometimes. Like, oh, he's so good. He can just give us that little bit more. So I've seen goals Diaz has scored that he shouldn't score. And I'm like, that's the Diaz I should see. That player takes one, takes the defender on the outside, then cuts in, then goes back and then puts the ball in the back of the net, confidently. Luis Diaz, for me, he's got all the capabilities of getting 20 GA every single season, without a shadow of a doubt. Big up Honesty says Mbappe and the rumours that he signed for Real Madrid. I've not signed anything. My future will be sorted before the Euros. If you want to know anything, come to me personally. Yeah, big up, my man. Big up. Thank you very much. Honestly, you supported the channel beautifully tonight. Mbappe's getting to Madrid. I'll bet my ass on it there. One thing I will say, I watched a few videos lately, and man, I feel bad for Vinicius Jr. What he goes through, man.
I've got a feeling he's probably not going to stay at Madrid.
Why are they treating him like this? And I'm not saying it's Madrid fans himself, but out there in Spain, I don't get it. I don't get the treatment. It's just wrong. We're in 2024, and we still have to bring up this sort of stuff. It's mad. I feel my heart breaks, man. I watched him the other day just bawling. My heart breaks for the man. I'm like, I feel
The
for him,
crazy
man.
thing about it is like the racist chants are still there, and they're still doing tragedy chanting. Like Jesus, like the tribalism in football is just horrible. Like
Yeah, I don't
it's just
like it, man.
horrible. But you've seen like these fans like doing it, and they're like some of them are like with their kids. Like they're giving racial abuse with their children next to them. Like it's just sick. It's sick, man.
And just look,
Vinny will leave.
racism,
Vinny will leave that country if it comes to a head.
racism, just
Because
it's
even
just
the Spanish
awful.
FA have been really bad to him. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they basically palmed it off, didn't they?
Yeah. They tried to sweep it under the carpet.
I just feel for him, man.
Yeah, just hope he doesn't go to Manchester
It's just
City.
for some reason, it's not just in Spain though. Vinny Jr. seems to get it everywhere he goes. This is the thing. Is I can't just pin it on Spain. I've seen him get it other places as well. It's just I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't get racism at all, so I don't understand it personally. So
It's
I don't get
still
that.
out there in Europe, mate. It's still pretty bad in Europe.
I don't get these people that can be racist to another person because they're not the same skin color. They're a human being at the end of the day, and that's all that matters. What are we doing here? This is pathetic. Big up honesty says Lucha and Dom. So STLYE are the talisman for their country, so got a lot of freedom. And Lucho's dad also said Lucho's committed to Liverpool. He did. It's just when you bring it up constantly in every interview, it does get a bit boring. But I get what you mean. But
And it does feel a little bit like Suarez. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's my dream club. It's my dream club, Barcelona. It's my dream club. Like, shut up.
yeah, it's just it's just I just like I see teams that get fined for racism, and it's like a slap on the wrist, and I'm like, nothing's gonna be taught if we just do it. I just feel awful for it. Any person that is racially abused or anything like that in this day and age is just mad. He's just playing football. Vinny Jr. is just playing football, and he's showing off his skill and his grace. That's what he's doing, and it does my head in. I don't get it, man. I do not get it.
I agree. He's like an ambassador as well. Like he's an incredible player.
And like I said, it's not just in Spain for him. It's been wherever he seems to go.
He gets it when he
they pick on
travels.
Vinny. They pick on Vinny. I don't get it, man.
Well, they use it as an Achilles heel to him, don't they? Like get under his skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I just don't like racism, man. It's just I don't get it. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Donut. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't go too much into it because I'm probably not the right person to talk about it, to be fair, but it's just my point of view. I just don't like it, man. Yeah. John says if the Prem goes to the last game, I'm worried about playing Wolves with their team fit in a must-win game.
They'll be on holiday.
I think Wolves are. Where are Wolves in the league right now?
I think they're like 7th.
Would they try and be? Look, it could be a difficult game. Wolves are trying to get that Conference League place. Gary O'Neill, by the way, job.
Yes, brilliant manager, by the way. Like a couple of years' time, he's going to be snapped up by someone. Really definitely. Good up and coming English manager.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Interesting though that Richard Hughes, our director of football, binned him.
Yeah, but look,
that's an interesting one.
Isn't this our third game against Wolves on the last day of the season where we can win the league as well?
It is. We always get Wolves.
So every time we're in a league title chase, we get Wolves.
We have Wolves. We have Wolves at last game.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's get it done. Tell Vinny Jr. to join Liverpool, and we'll have signing 5 of them being at Liverpool. And also, can you imagine Vinny, Darwin, and Mo, and Dom in the 10 behind them? Yeah, that'd be illegal, man. That'd be illegal. Yeah, Gary O'Neill was. Gary O'Neill was.
Yeah, he was.
Was
Yeah,
he
yeah.
under 18s coach? Was he? Was he under
Yeah, I think he
18s?
was. I think he done his. I think Gary O'Neill did his coaching badges with Pep and Linda's.
Yeah, didn't do it with
By the
Stevie as
way.
well.
Yeah,
he did it with Stevie as well, didn't he? But yeah, guys, look, we're gonna leave it there. Midnight Man is coming to an end.
Vinny will be treated like a king, but we won't pay him the wages.
No.
He's on like 400 grand.
But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining us again. I do appreciate it. What is it? Thursday now. So I will be back Saturday, guys. Saturday evening match preview. If K-Mac's about, I'm sure he'll join me for it.
Yep.
Saturday evening for a match preview against Brighton. Premier League back. We're going to be talking all about the Premier League on Saturday, guys. So make sure you're here then. So a couple of days off now. Just recharge the batteries and then get ready for this massive marathon till the end of the season. So loads of content coming, guys. So make sure you're subscribing, sharing, and liking. And don't forget to go and subscribe to my K-Mac's channel as well. The links are in the live chat. Make sure you go and check it out.
And check out the merch.
Yes,
before you go, check out the merch.
It's pinned at the top. Go and check it out, guys.
Yeah.
I do appreciate, guys. Thank you very much for joining me at these late night videos. Love it. So, guys, I'll be back Saturday. Enjoy your time.
Go on,
Till
have a late night spending spree. Treat yourselves.
That's it. Go for it.
See you later, everyone.
Appreciate it, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.